Hello, this is Will from Will to Trade, and I wanted to make a video on two stocks today, LEI and RLYP. That's LEI and RLYP. For those of you that have been trading since at least December of last year, you are probably familiar with LEI. December 31st, 2015, this stock exploded from a little under $2 to over $10. I think $10.50, $10.65 or something. What is it, like a 300% gain in one day? Just unbelievable madness. Those kind of things do not happen in the stock market every day. So we have a room. It's you can email me at thewilltotrade@gmail.com. It is currently free. We meet every day, Monday through Friday. The room, of course, is open 24/7 to all the members. And we get together as early as 9 a.m. or even a little bit earlier Eastern Standard Time during the pre-market. Talk about what's gapping up, what's gapping down, what's in play, what's happening, what stocks we like, what we're putting on our watch list, so we can all be prepared and maximize our returns in the market. The way our room works is I tell everyone what I'm looking at. I may alert some of the members as to what I'm personally trading, but then other members can obviously trade whatever they want to trade. They may follow some of my trades. They may have some of their own ideas, which is awesome. And then, of course, members will alert stocks that they see in play as well, which I'll talk about in a little bit. First one I want to talk about was LEI. I saw it gapping up. Of course, some of our other members saw it gapping up. So we were all pretty much in unison. Everyone was chiming in about how they were interested in LEI. So on the screen right now, I do have today's chart. This is the 1-minute chart for LEI. And it's pretty fascinating to look at it at the end of the day. It went up, and then pretty much faded, testing back at those $5 levels. So this is pretty fascinating stock. What's obviously fascinating about it, besides the fact that it was such an explosion on December 31st, is that in the pre-market, there's almost no volume. It's like everyone knows about LEI, everyone knew about it, everyone was interested in it, but it's almost as if everyone was a little too scared to make any purchases pre-market activity. It's kind of hovering around the 460, 470 range in the pre-market, but as you can see down below here, very little activity. So once the market opens, I'm gonna flip over here to the 1-minute candles. It just boom, shot right up. So I alerted before the market even opened. Okay, I'm definitely interested in LEI. I'm interested in it, at that $5 level, because look right here, it's sort of tapped out at the $5. Pretty much exactly, $5 price point pre-market. So what do you do when you see a stock just shoot up like this? If you know it, if you believe in it, if you want it, if you want to grab it right when the market opens, then you would want to place a market order. And then you get filled wherever you get filled. You may get filled at 5, maybe a little bit below, or maybe a little above. If you're not really quite sure what's going to happen to it, and you want to purchase it above a certain price point, then you could place a buy stop. I went ahead and grabbed this as quickly as I could, and then within this first candle, I already sold it. I actually was kind of surprised to see that there was a pullback immediately on the candle 2. So I placed a limit order at 5, and I was lucky that I got filled because it just tapped $5. And then here on candle number 4, sold again. So I was in and out twice, and then placed one more trade above $6. I didn't trust this choppiness in between the 5 and 6 range. Waited for the move above 6, and then here, and then by these candles, I was already done. So about 15 minutes into the trading day, I'd already traded 3 times. I was already up 13%. I was done. I was happy. I really just didn't trust the move on LEI. I knew that it had the potential to run, and it did run, but it seemed so risky for me. So I was watching it, and as you can see, it makes a sharp pullback. It's trading this choppy range. Even though I didn't trade it, I did alert in the room that watch out. I believe LEI is going to get to 7, and as you can scroll over here, or as I scroll over here, sure enough, it taps 7, taps again, or here actually tapping 7, and then once it breaks through 7, I mean, look at that. I mean, it just shoots up, boom, 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 in about, you know, like a 8-minute stretch or so, to 790. What is that? 789, and then just pulls back so sharply. So this is what I was scared of. This is why I only traded 3 times. But then it retested, as you can see here, 790, 798. It just couldn't make a move above 8. Obviously, we were anticipating the possibility of a move above 8. If it went above 8, I know that some of the traders in our room definitely would have been interested, but it just couldn't do it. So again, if we change over to the 5 cam and look at the day, I mean, just look at that. It's like, you know, big head and shoulders, just like almost like a mountain, you know, just pops all the way up, and pretty much, besides for this sort of upward movement, pretty much just like pulls back completely. And right there, 5. Now it's, as I'm shooting this video here, it's actually below 5. So you can call it a pump and dump, you can call it a pop and drop, you can call whatever you want to call it. But I mean, it just, with these kind of stocks, you just have to be really, really careful, because, you know, as quick as it goes up is as quick as it can go down, and you don't want to be left holding the bag. So for me personally, I was trading this as conservatively as I could, in and out with just a couple minutes here and there. I just didn't trust it long term, and, you know, unfortunately I was right. It's retraced completely, and it'll be interesting to find out after the video is over, is it going to go back to this line here, 470? It might. I want to talk about one more stock, RLYP. Here on the 5. Let's see if we can zoom out. Let me see if I can zoom this way here. RLYP. Okay, there you go. RLYP. So after trading LEI, I was personally done trading. I still hung around the room to support the other traders, just to find out what they were doing. And one of the other traders had alerted us about RLYP, and I'm glad that he did, because it didn't immediately come up on my radar, but I saw this big green candle, and then he let us know it was halted, and I was like, wow, that is pretty intense. And then let's see, can I zoom in? Well, it basically like just shot right up, and then it continued to shoot up, and then it peaked out at 2450. Look again, I keep talking about volume. Look at the volume that comes into play here. Huge, massive volume, huge move up. If we shift over to the 1-minute candles, you can see that RLYP, you know, there's a news or a rumor of a buyout. I'm not really sure what's going to happen with it, but obviously all the traders got really excited. We had an alert here above 2440. Could it go above 2440? Think, okay, maybe it'll have another little run. Obviously, it failed to meet 2440. But in retrospect, I mean, it looks like a pretty clean move. During the heat of the move, it seemed so intense. It seemed like there's no way this can keep running. But as you can see, like after the halt, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, like 6 pretty solid green candles in a row. So what's fascinating is on RLYP, even if I didn't, some of our traders, you know, jumped in at 20, sold at 21. So we had a trader that actually was holding this from like a week or two ago, or a month ago or so, like around the $14 range, and then was able to sell it at $24, which is amazing. We got to experience that in the room with him. After the halt, it opened up at about 18, and then it peaked out a little above 24. That's over a 30% run in a matter of, 10, 20 minutes. That's a pretty amazing run. And we were alerted to this run by another member in our room, which leads me to the last thing I wanted to say. If you're watching this video, if you're a trader, if you're a full-time day trader, if you're not already a part of a community, a group, a room, a virtual room, a real room, whatever, definitely I urge you to get involved in some community of trading. Trading is not something that one person can do completely, absolutely by themselves. I certainly tried it. It's challenging to say the least. There's so many stocks. There's over 7,000 stocks out there, And there's so many stocks going up, going down. There's stocks like this one, like RLYP, that just shoot up out of nowhere. Unless you have 18 monitors and 20 cups of coffee, and you can keep track of every single thing that's happening. There's just no way that any one person can keep up with every single stock in play. So join a room, some room, any room. If you don't like our room, go to another room. If you don't like that room, go find a group, a community in your town or city that you live in. There's lots of stock trading communities that are out there, and you can meet in offices or sometimes even people's homes or community centers, and sit together, trade together, help each other out, because these moves happen fast. And if you blink, you miss it. If you weren't alerted to LEI early this morning, you would have missed the move. If you weren't alerted pretty much instantly to RLYP, you would have missed the move. I mean, if you were 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, if you're about like 10 minutes late, you're late. 10 minutes late. That's it. You miss it. So you may have a screener that has a 10-minute delay. You've already missed that move. This is stock market, day trading, at least for day trading. This is quick activity business. If you're swing trading, it's a little different. You have a little more time. If you're a growth investor, you have a little more time. But if you're trying to hit those quick day trade moves, you want to jump in, you want to jump out, and you need a group. So if you're interested in joining our group, it is currently free. You can go ahead and send an email to me, thewilltotrade@gmail.com. If you like this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. If you want to get notified, speaking of alerts, if you want to get alerted to videos like this, they're coming out almost every day. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button, and you'll be the first to know about these kind of videos. If you made money on any one of these trades, RLYP or LEI, I would love to hear about it. Go ahead and write a comment down below. Thank you all so much. Have a wonderful day.